What is happening, fishers? Dina from Untraceable Fishing. Yeah, once again with
Jared from Bullamore Fishing Tackle.
and welcome to Tackle Tuesday. So tonight we've got something nice and interesting for all you fishers out there. We've hand selected some of the brands out there that for instance,
sort of your top of the range.
Thanks,
something that the average Joe can come into the fishing shop and buy something that will work for his pocket and still be able to compete on a level as some of the other chaps without having to spend ridiculous amounts of money.
and still be confident enough that you're also going to land the fish. The equipment's not going to fail you. You're going to get some good value for money. So yeah, we're looking at value for money item, guys. Things that don't cost as much as the top shelf stuff, guys, but you are getting more than your money's worth out of it. So value added items, let's call it that. I think that's the best way to put it into words. So we've got 2 reels on the table. We've got a couple different lines and hooks and things. So I think without further ado, Jared and I have each chosen a hook selection. I've gone for the non-end hooks for your edible fishing hook, and Jared's chosen the non-end hooks. So my brand of choice when it comes to edible fishing, if I am on a bit of a budget and I can't afford those top tier brands out there, we're not mentioning any brands tonight except the brands that are on the table, guys. I'm not comparing anything. I would say are landed hooks, guys. They come in a huge variety of sizes. They have octopus hooks, they have 2X hooks, 4X hooks for the stronger hooks. They have their Viking hooks. I think it's called the Viking. You're quite right, they're Viking hooks, guys. Landed make a huge variety of hooks and are super comfortable in the pocket, guys. They start sub 10 Rand for a pack of hooks up to about 20 Rand for a pack of hooks, guys. So definitely check out landed hooks, guys. I'm not saying go chase massive big sharks or massive big non-eds on landed hooks. They are smaller hooks. Their circle hooks are very thin gauge circle hooks, which make a phenomenal cob hook, guys. It's one of the best cob circle hooks out there with a thin gauge like that. The normal little octopus hooks, brilliant hooks for your bronze bream, blacktail and things out there. The bait holder hooks makes beautiful little, if you want to catch some bait fish for your stripies and things like that. Phenomenal hooks for that. The Viking hooks, I've used them for years. Phenomenal shad hook, guys, especially if you're fishing in a very bricky area and you're losing a lot of tackle. Super cheap, $12 for 10 hooks. Catch a couple of shad on it, change the hook up, and you're good for go. The 4X heavy duty, guys, I like to use those for silver stem rust, black mussel cracker, but of a thicker gauge, it's a little bit extra strong. And then they also have a 2X hook if you're looking for a nice J hook, if you are targeting a bigger cob or species like that. So definitely check out landed hooks, guys. Very affordable, and you can fill your tackle box up. Instead of having one packet of hooks, you can have 10 or 15 different packets of hooks at the same price and be able to cover a big spectrum of fish species. Jared is now going to move on to his more budget-friendly but good quality non-end setup hooks.
So the hooks I've chosen, guys, are the bottom line brand.
Don't worry, it's just knocking the part of here, guys.
Let me fix the stand here.
That's fine, Jared. Just leave it.
So what I've chosen is the bottom lines. So I'll just grab 2 tops here quickly. The one is the bottom line SSW inline circle, and the other one is the SS monster circle. So I've been fishing these hooks since they came onto the market locally. I've been happy with them so far. I've caught some nice fish, and I've been able to sell them to the guys that fish league and fish social for non-eds, and they want a nice quality hook, as Dean said, without having to spend ridiculous amount of money. Really good bang for buck, especially because of the fact that compared to some hooks where you might get 3 or 4 hooks in a pack in your bigger size, they come 10 hooks in a pack. Really good value for money. Some very nice fish have come out on them, and something I would definitely look at for the guys that want to get into shark fishing.
Okay, guys, so that pretty much takes care of your 2 more budget-friendly hook types that are out there. So I think moving on from there, I'm going to move on to the braid side of it, guys, and then Jared will move on to the braided leader. So the braid of choice I've chosen for tonight, guys, there's a lot of different braids in the market, from very entry-level stuff, guys. There are some horrible braids out there. I'm not going to mention names that I fished with that perform very poorly. And there are some top-end braids there that are absolutely bulletproof, guys. But I think if you're looking for an everyday braid, guys, something that's not going to fail you, as I said, it's not the premium braids out there, guys. It's not your top brands out there, but something nice and friendly in the pocket you can have confidence in. I say Grinder is my choice of braids, guys. There are other braids in the same category on the shelf that do come up. But for me personally, Grinder braid, I've got a lot of fish Grinder braid. I've fished Grinder braid for years. It's only in the last year or 2 that I've been able to up the quality of my fishing tackle and things like that through the Untraceable program with Bullamore and stuff like that. So I've had access to some more premium brands. And yes, some of the more premium brand braids are a better braid than Grinder braid. But I think up until then, I'd only fished Grinder braid, and I've been very impressed. I've got some good fish on Grinder braid. So It's an all-round braid, everyday braid, sub 400 Rand for 300 meters, guys. I definitely put my stamp of approval on Grinder Braid. And what I love about Grinder Braid is different color braids, guys. I know everyone says, what was a big spectrum of different color braids? Why do you need different color braids? Well, first of all, aesthetically, it looks nice. And if you're running 3 or 4 or 5 different types of reels, like some of us do carry around, I know that my green braid's my 30-pound braid, my yellow braid's my 20-pound braid. On either Saragossa, I might have 3 schools for my Saragossa. Yeah. Then I don't have to sit and feel the braid and guess the thickness. I can know by the color
what you're running on the day, basically.
And then if I'm fishing at night time, I can use a nice bright colored braid, guys, so I can see it nice and easily. Yeah. In the daytime in clear water, you don't want to be fishing a neon braid. Yeah. If you are fishing for skittish fish, then I can fish a more natural color. So I got that flexibility, which I really enjoy. The braid is nice and abrasion resistant. The diameter is pretty much spot on for what you're getting for each of the breaking strains. So I think Grinder Braid is a good choice. Jared's going to move on to his surf leader of choice now, guys.
So my surf leader of choice is the Perline 9X Surf Pro braid leader. Comes in a 50-meter spool. Also one of the products that I've been using for a long time. Comes in 2 colors here. The blue and then what everybody knows as the peanut butter color or the light brown.
Very nice natural sand color.
Yeah. It's been working for me for a long time. I've got a reggie of 130 odd kilos about a week ago on this braid. And that piece of braid leader that I had on the reel's been on the reel for about 3 months.
Yeah, so it's good stuff.
Even after landing a fish like that in the reef, I've still got that braid leader. Really good value for money. Ties a very nice knot, smooth, and for what you're paying 115 Rand for 50 meters compared to your other braid leaders where you're paying 200 Rand for a 50 meter. For me, it's never given me any issues. You will not go wrong investing in something like this.
Okay, guys, something totally in the spectrum. We've got our braid, we need something to cut our braid, guys. We're not going to go into brands. I've got 2 different brands, all the same pair of scissors, guys. And there's actually a third brand out there that brings exactly the same pair of scissors, guys. So somewhere overseas, the brands have got together and found the best braid scissors, all made in, presumably, in the same factory, but their company stamp of approval on it. So if you look at any of the scissors, they're all identical, guys, no matter which brand you're buying. So I think these pretty much are some of the best braid scissors you can get. Yeah. And they really, really affordable, guys. I can't see the price from here, but I think they're like
about 100 Rand, roughly. Some of them cheaper.
Yeah, okay. 180 to $100, guys. Yeah. I think compared to some premium braid scissors, I've seen scissors up to 300-400 Rand.
Yes.
To me, 80-100 if I lose it on the rocks and lose it in the sand, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Try not to lose your scissors in the sand. People might stand on it. But I think a definitely good choice. So if you see any of those scissors out there, guys, definitely grab a pair. Jared's going to move on to his wire for his shark traces and his magnet traces.
I'm going to do the wire first. This is the Trident 7 strand. It is a nylon coated wire for some of the guys that prefer the nylon coated. It's been out on the market for a couple months. Been happy with it so far. Really good value for money considering the fact that it's almost half the price of some of the other brands. Wide variety of poundages. And yeah, it ties a very nice knot. Holds up quite well in the rocks. Secondly, the Fishman nylon. It's almost like a copolymer, so it's a mix between like a fluorocarbon and a normal mono, not that much stretch. Ties a very nice knot. Compared to your high-end brands, does just the same. Doesn't come in all of the diameters, but it does really, really well for the diameters that it does come in. And I found if you compare the diameter on this to the poundage of the others, this is in some cases double the breaking strain of the other brands.
Same diameter.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so just a quick one when it comes to line. What I've been fishing with a lot lately, because it's nice, budget friendly in my pocket, and I'm getting top end quality, guys. The Arity, have a look at they come in huge variety of different breaking strains and thicknesses. I don't run breaking strains. Yeah, these are normally for my hook and sinker snoot, so it's more diameters I'm fishing with, and I'm quite happy with I'm getting more than enough breaking strain per diameter. So the Arity is something else to look at. So Jared, we got 2 reels on the table. I've chosen the 2 reels, guys. But I think I've got Jared's backing here. So we've chosen 2 of the reels that for me, and I think Jared and the whole world out there, are really good bang for the buck. Jared, do you want to run through the first one?
So the first one that the guys know, it's got a name on the market, is the Rovex Big Boss. This exact one is a 6,000, but they come in a 4,000, a 6,000, and an 8,000. It's a reel that's been out since probably longer than I've worked at Billamoria. It's something that's got its name in the market for a guy that wants a good entry-level startup reel, whether or not it's for his son or for himself. Does really well in the market. We sell a lot of them, and they're strong. The guys have caught some very nice fish on these reels.
What I think, what's nice about the Big Boss, if I can just add to that, guys, the Big Boss is a entry-level, budget-friendly reel, but it's not an entry-level reel in my eyes.
Yeah.
You're getting a mid-tier reel at a budget price.
Yeah.
The quality of that, guys, carbon drag washers, full metal frame, really, really bulletproof reel, guys. I've fished with 2 or 3 of these in my lifetime, and I'm definitely getting more hours out of this than I'd get out of some reels double its price. I can promise you that. So something to really good look at, guys. Another reel that I've been around for a while now, guys. I haven't fished with it too much. The last couple of weeks I've had the opportunity of actually using the reel. The Kuma Tesoro, guys. Very understated when I first looked at it. Yes, brilliant reel comparing, but I think where it falls into price point, you start looking, I think this reel might increase past this price point, guys. I think you're getting a reel that's 25% more value than what its price actually is, guys. Fishing with the reel just as a reel, not hooking fish and handling fish on it. It feels the same as every other reel in this price point. Once the reel starts working, it comes into its own, guys. This thing is a workhorse. Yeah. It wants to have the load on it, it wants to be under pressure, and this reel really performs. So listen, I'm super impressed with Tesoro. At one point, when they first came out, looked at getting one, decided not to get one. I've been using Andrews a couple lately, or Andrews let me handle some of his fish that he's hooked on them. And I think I'm tending towards go back towards the Tesoro again, guys. Absolutely phenomenal reel. I know there's been some great reviews coming from down the coast, some of the guys on the coast. So definitely a reel to look at. By no means a cheap reel, guys. Has a higher price point, but it's boxing against reels that cost more than it does, I think.
Yeah.
And also available in a lot of sizes, guys. I think all the way from a 4,000 or 5,000 up to 20,000, guys. Yeah. Okay, so we have some rods, Jared. Akuma introduced the Invincible rods.
Yes.
I know it comes in, what I know about the rods, guys, it comes in from 7'6" up to 11'6".
Yes.
Nice, light, long base spinning rods. Jared, anything else you can tell us about these rods?
So they've been on the market for the last couple of months. It's a rod that's been doing very well. As a namesake, they are pretty strong. Difficult to beat a rod like this in the price point. Just to give you guys a better view of the design. Comes with Fuji eyes, comes with the Fuji winch, decent quality bag. As Dean said, a variety of sizes. I was actually chatting to one of our local customers today about this rod, and he said if we have any queries, and if anybody wants to have an opinion or get an idea of what to buy, he said I must give them his details, or at least let them know what he says. He loves his. They've been doing really, really well on the market. Just a really good quality rod. And I would say you could easily compare this to something double the price bracket.
Okay, guys, and then also from our friends Akuma, so pop these out the way, guys, so don't break them. Wouldn't mind buying one, but I don't want to buy a broken one. I don't want to have to pay for a broken one. Is the absolutely craziest rod I've come across, guys. The Akuma Air Power. Jigging is one of the fastest growing facets of fishing in South Africa. Overseas, internationally, it's gaining phenomenal interest, guys. Started off in Japan, moved on to America, Australia, the grounds in the Great Barrier Reef, New Zealand, the Philippines, everywhere. Vertical jigging is by far the fastest growing facet of fishing, guys. Extremely fun. You're catching massive reef fish. We're talking slow pitch jigging here, guys. Catching massive reef fish on really light tackle. 30 pound braid, small little rods, guys. Little 5, 6, 7, 8,000 size spinning wheels, guys. And the guys are catching massive fish, catching big dogtooth tuna. They're catching GTs all on the slow pitch jig. And this rod, I think, is one of the more affordable jigging rods out there. Super strong, guys. We're actually going to get Jared to give it a bit of a...
See if we can still catch us in the frame.
Don't worry about it. We'll get most of it in the frame. I'm going to put as much pressure I can as on this rod, guys. I don't know if you can still see me there. I hope you can. Absolutely bulletproof rod, guys. I think for its price point, I'd be too scared to pick up a rod double the price and do that with it without breaking. So anyway, have a look at that, guys. The Akuma Air Power, definitely one of the more premium jigging rods out there at a budget price, guys. Anyway, guys, so that brings us to the end of our little run through of anything that's almost as good as the best, but costs a bit less. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us this evening. Don't forget the Billamoria multi-species competition starts on the 12th of April till 12th of May. Details are all available online. Check out Paul Moria's Facebook page, check out Untraceable's Facebook page, and make sure you have entered that competition, guys. Some fantastic prizes up for grabs. Get those entries in now. Make sure you secure your spot. So anyway, until next week. So from Dean from Untraceable Fishing.
And Jared from Bullet Fishing Tackle.
Cheers.
Cheers.